where influence meets inspiration, where talent tells a story. Welcome to Celebrity Corner, the shows that brings you face to face with entertainers, fashion designers, and business executives shaping the culture.
Celebrity Corner. Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner is on.
Yeah, boy, this name is not a toy. Celebrity Corner.
Real stories, real success, real impact. Join us every Friday, 7:30 p.m. only on Ellen TV with your host, DJ Weezy the Boss. See. We're back again. What a pleasant way to say hello and welcome. This is Celebrity Corner on the Liberia National Television. This program is also streamed live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. My name is Don Weezy, and you already know this is where talent mix influence and success tells a story. And it's a very interesting edition today with this big entrepreneur. He was one part of the entertainment industry, but I don't know why he escaped, but it's a good story to talk about. But the name Gbayou Garmondeh, but in the entertainment industry, he is known as G Supremo. He's my guest this afternoon. Good afternoon, welcome to Celebrity Corner.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have you on the podcast.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's been a while.
Yeah, what you been up to?
A lot, family, married.
Married life.
But yeah,
Okay.
a lot. But life is, life been alright.
Somebody watching right now, you need to tell us about yourself, and we discussing business and the business you are into in Liberia. It's good we talk about business in Liberia.
So I do car rental service.
Okay.
One thing that we're doing right now, and we have a printing house, Color Map Graphics.
Color Map. Okay.
Also another business that there, and then trying to start other things. Well, I can't disclose now.
All of the
But working on it, and hopefully before the end of the year, that one will pop up. But that one is going to be a little bit bigger, so I get plenty of people there for them to work and stuff.
Right.
So yeah.
The biggest question: what inspired you to start a business in Liberia? You based in the U.S. and people say it's risky doing business in Liberia. So what inspired you to start businesses in Liberia?
It's risky doing business everywhere.
Even in the U.S.
Even in the U.S., it's risky doing business everywhere.
Okay.
But Liberia is home. It's always been my thing to come home.
Okay.
Liberia is home, and always it's a charity begins at home.
Mm-hmm.
So people think that it's risky, but everywhere has its own risks and its own rewards.
Right.
Once you find something that you think you can do that, monitor it well, get into it. Don't just leave it with people. That's the biggest mistakes people make.
Right.
And then they say Liberia is risky. Don't just leave it with people. Be involved.
Meaning you abandon your own business.
Yeah, you abandon your own business and you say, like my sister Christina Taylor, she been doing Airbnb for a long time.
Right.
Yes, Christina is she one of the people that I admire. She's so into her business. She don't leave it for anybody.
No.
She's into it.
Right.
So her business don't fail. Liberia is not a bad place to do business, in all honesty. It's just the time that you put into it, that's it.
Let's talk about the very beginning. I mean, the difficult movement when you started investing in Liberia. What was that? Let's talk about the difficult movement.
Well, my biggest investment in Liberia actually is shot people is into the entertainment.
Your biggest investment?
Biggest investment at the time. When I started in Liberia, I was into entertainment. When I started G Supremo Entertainment, that's when I had Rallo. I signed Rallo. Signed, I was working with a lot of unknown artists at the time. Musica was pretty much unknown at the time.
Okay.
And all of those, another artist called Billy Bill.
I know Billy.
Yeah, a lot of underground Nicky. All of those artists that were signed to G-Soft Entertainment.
Wow.
And we invested a lot in.
And what did you abandon entertainment? Were you disappointed?
I won't say I abandoned entertainment per se. Disappointed, yes. But I won't say I abandoned entertainment.
Disappointed from the artist? Where did disappointment come from?
First, at some point, it has gotten better. But back then, when we all started, it was when I know you, I push your craft. When we don't know the person who's supporting you, or we don't like that person, we don't push your craft.
Right.
So that was one of the obstacles within the Liberian entertainment. It's still happening, but
on low
it's to
scale.
a minimum now. But back then it was high. So that too was disappointing, and the artists too also disappointed, because people at that time, people didn't understand that people were spending a lot of money and they weren't getting money from the music that these artists were making. People weren't getting money from it. So most of these things were done because of wholly and solely because of passion.
Right.
It was not about money making. At some point you want to make the money, but from the start it was about passion. And I wasn't really seeing it. I wasn't really seeing it with people. So at the end of the day, I mean, G-Soft Entertainment did not close down, because we're not just wholly and solely a record label. We're also events and other things. So
right.
It is wholly and solely closed down. We're still operating. But just
are there plans of making a U-turn to the entertainment industry, G-Soft? Are there plans of coming back?
Well, like I said, we never left. We just went down to a minimum.
Okay.
We did not. G-Soft Entertainment is still.
You've been
alive.
Operating on a ghost level.
On a ghost level. But right now, I'm mostly, just to some artists, just guardians.
Okay.
Just guardians. I'm not signed artists in a long time.
Are you thinking about signing one?
I've thought about it, but I don't know if I'm going to do it anytime soon. I have a lot of priorities right now that I'm focused on, but like a guardians, a big brother level, big brother kind of guardians to some artists, I'm doing that. So that's what we're doing now. But at some point we'll come back.
Okay. Let's come back to the business and concern. What was your first major breakthrough for the business that kept you going? You say, okay, but then I think I can invest more in to the market in Liberia. What was this first big breakthrough for your business?
The printing press.
Okay.
And the mini-mart. You were there at the mini-mart. Even though the mini-mart will move to whole and solely online, we don't have a structure anymore. But the printing press, is really good.
Okay.
Located on the Oro. It's called Color Map Graphics.
Making a lot of income.
It's doing good.
Okay.
It's not to what you wanted, but for me, I like to do things big. And then when we put in a lot of money into went to China, bought a lot of equipment. So we're trying to expand it, but it's doing good, and it's gonna really generate what I wanted to generate.
Most often, like those watching this show right now, will wonder what are some of the biggest challenges doing business in Liberia. People want to invest, but they are kind of afraid. What can you tell somebody watching?
The system. The biggest challenge is the system. So when I say the system, it revolves in government, the way the systems are set up. Like I said, I'm trying to open something, right?
Right.
I had to go to EPA because I want to do everything the right way. So
right.
I went to EPA. I paid to get a permit and all of that. I paid since January. I just got a call today. I've been running by that thing like crazy.
Wow.
I just got a call today that the permit is ready.
Since January. Wow.
So all of that stuff.
How frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating. I've gone to EPA. Oh, we're working on it. Oh, we're working on it. Oh, we're working on it. And sometimes it's because they still try to do that who know you kind of business, because I don't have nobody in the EPA to say push this thing.
Right.
Push this thing for me. So
So you have to pay certain money in order to get certain things
honestly,
going?
I did not pay any money
Okay.
to anybody. I'm not going to spoil anybody.
Probably that's why your
I did
family
not
was
pay any
delayed.
money. So maybe that's why.
Okay.
But I did not pay any money to anybody. I only paid what I was supposed to pay.
Okay.
To get. I didn't pay any extra money to anybody. Say, oh, push this thing for me.
Right.
Maybe that was the reason.
Right.
But when you look at it too, that's why I say the system. Not everybody want to pay money to get something done.
Right.
Something that they're already paying for, then they pay another money for you to get it done. So that system has to change. So that one, it fear people a lot, but still, you will still get it done, but just not as fast as you want to.
Let me bring you to the issue of failure. Have you ever experienced that in your business in Liberia? Have you ever failed?
Yes.
How was it? How was the experience? And how did you recover from that?
Well, not just in Liberia. Failure is part of life. I tell people, when you fail in anything, don't give up.
Okay.
Say because it didn't work out, so I'm not gonna pursue this again. I'm not gonna do it. Learn from what you fail from.
Right.
Because to every failure there was a little bit of success. To every failure you have some success before you got to the failure part.
Right.
So learn from it. Look at what you were successful at. Build on that success. Look at what you did wrong that caused you to fail.
Right.
And change your strategy and try again.
Okay.
But for me, when I fail, everything that I do, everything that I've done in my life, when I fail, I don't give up. I try to continue doing it. Just change my strategy.
Let's come to the issue about consistency in business. How is that important to those wanting to do business in Liberia in terms of being consistent?
Consistency in everything, even in life. Consistency is very important. Life itself, you have to be consistent with whatever you're doing. Business, you have to be consistent with whatever you're doing. As an entertainer, you have to be consistent with your craft.
Right.
Everything requires consistency, because once you're consistent in doing things, you're gonna progress and you're gonna prosper. But if you have a little bit of inconsistency or too much of inconsistency, you're not gonna grow. So consistency is very, very important in every skill, not just business.
Have you seen a lot of opportunities in Liberia for which you can tell someone watching this show that indeed you need to come to Liberia and invest? Have you seen opportunity for business people?
A lot.
People wanting to do business.
A lot. I tell a lot of Liberians, right? Look at countries like Ghana. Liberia was way better than Ghana a couple of years ago, in the early 90s, before the war and all of that. What happened was most of the people in the diaspora, they came down and they came down and they started building and started developing. So that would attract more people if you come down and develop. Like, I brought some of my friends down from the States and they're interested in coming back to Liberia. I encourage my friends a lot to come to Liberia. I encourage everybody. I encourage all Liberians, even white folks, people that I'm friends with. I encourage them to come to Liberia because I know the potential that Liberia has. Liberia has a lot of potential, and you just have to come and see for yourself.
Okay. Celebrity Corner is live on the Liberia National Television. Gbayou Garmondeh Jr. Is my guest on the corner. Let me come back to you. I'm concerned in terms of the government support to businesses in Liberia. What's your experience? Are you guys, because a lot of time, many businesses owners complain, most especially about the Freeport of Monrovia. Have you encountered issues getting your container, getting the goods from the Freeport?
Okay. What I would say about that is the fees are ridiculous. They are ridiculously high. They're just too high.
Too high.
Too expensive. Just too expensive to get a container out of the port. It's very, very
I want you drilling through. You've been throwing a lot of containers from the port. I just want you to give me a scenario. What did you actually go go through at the Freeport? I just want you to dream me through.
For me personally, I don't handle anything. I have a broker.
Okay.
Right? I have a broker, and the broker goes and put in everything, gets me the paperwork with all the amounts on it. And so, for example, the last 2 containers that I cleared was close to $20,000 to clear 2 containers.
Two containers.
2 containers, close to $20,000 to get them out of the.
Are we talking about US dollars?
US dollars. 18,900 and change about.
Are you for real?
Yes. So now, if I have goods in there, I pay to buy the goods. I pay the shipping line to ship the goods. The goods get to Liberia. I pay almost let's say $19,000 to get the goods out. How much will I sell to the people to get the shipping, my expenditure, and all of that? How much am I going to sell to the people? So sometimes the government don't make it difficult for people. Don't make it easy for people to sell to the consumers.
If you want that to be changed, what would be your suggestion to government?
I suggest, right, the government come up with a flat rate on containers. 20 feet container, for example, say the 20 feet container, no matter what in it, I think it'll generate more revenue.
Okay.
They will stop people from bypassing Liberia, going to Guinea and Ivory Coast to send their computer and just drive it through.
Okay.
Because that's what's happening now. A lot of people are doing that. I've never done it, but I've thought of it, but I've never done
Considering
going through Guinea or Ivory Coast.
Okay.
Because it's a lot cheaper. And a lot of people are doing that. And then you come here, you come to the border, you just pay small money, and they let you come in with the goods. And a lot of people do it. I think that is taking a lot of revenue from the country.
Okay.
So what the government needs to do is to
announce a flat rate.
Announce a flat rate. Say 20 feet container. If you have 20 feet container with just so and so inside, this is the rate. If you have 20 feet container but you have cars inside, this is the rate.
Okay.
If you have 20 feet container, got generators inside, this is the rate. 40 feet, this is the rate. Once they do that, I think they will have a lot more people sending containers through the Freeport, and they will double that revenue.
Let me come to your personal life and leadership. How you are doing business in Liberia? How do you balance business with your family life? You got the family to take care of, to look up to. So how do you balance business with the family? How are you managing it?
Family is first.
Okay.
In everything, family is first. I'll say I'm not perfect when it comes to that, but I do my best. I try to keep my family happy, and I try to do what I try to do to better myself as well in the business line. But everything, when all said and done, family is first.
So what leadership quality should everyone look for into a business person? What can you tell me?
Confidence. When you're doing business, you have to be confident. Confidence.
Even when you're selling the wrong thing.
Hey, if you're selling the wrong thing, and if you're confident, you'll sell the wrong thing to somebody who would think it's the right thing. I'm not telling anybody to sell the wrong thing, but your confidence.
I love that.
Yeah, your confidence is what you're going to will make somebody buy this thing. You gotta be able to confident. You gotta be a people person. You have to be able to relate to people as well. Apart from the confidence, you have to be able to relate to people. And another thing in Liberia is the customer service is really bad. You have to be good when it comes to the customer service side of things. You have to have good customer service.
Well, Celebrity Corner, we're going for this break, and we'll be just right back. Where influence meets inspiration, where talent tells the story. Welcome to Celebrity Corner, the shows that brings you face to face with entertainers, fashion designers, and business executives shaping the culture.
Celebrity Corner. Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner is on.
Yeah, boy, this name is Valentine. Celebrity Corner.
Real stories, real success, real impact. Join us every Friday, 7:30 p.m. only on LMTV with your host, DJ Weezy the Bus. See you. So welcome back to the show. The tough talking Gbayou Garmondeh is my guest, and this is Celebrity Corner on the national television, live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. With me, Don Weezy. Let me come back to you. I'm concerned about money and success. Are you a successful businessman, or are you striving to be successful, or are you already successful? Where can I place you? I trying to diagram you. Where do I place you?
I'm striving to be successful. I'm not successful yet.
What does success means to you? To be successful. What does that
Success
mean?
is not money for me. You know, success is,
You got assets. You. So what are you looking for?
but that's not success. Success for me is not money and assets and all of those things.
What is success for you?
Success for me is, your dream. The things that you dream as a kid. You know, things that you wanted to do as a kid. Living those dreams.
Right.
And
What are some of the things you dream of? Building a mansion?
I dream of owning a football club. I dream of building free hospitals for people. I dream of building free schools for people for in Liberia.
And you think you stay far from achieving that?
Not too far and not too close. Okay, not too far.
You're
but not
confusing
too
me.
close.
You're not far, you're not close.
So you're not far.
So where are you?
I'm in the middle. I'm not far. I'm not close. But I'm in the middle. But I'm gonna keep pushing. You know, I have my foundation, the Caroline Red Foundation. So through that foundation, I'm gonna build those things. I'm gonna build free hospitals, free clinics, free schools. When I do those things, and then I have my business is going,
Right.
my family is happy, then I think
You are
I've
successful.
got some level of success.
I love that. Let me come back to you. What financial mistakes you think a lot of young people are making, and they should try to avoid them? What can you say? Let's talk about those financial mistakes among young people.
I mean, I've made a lot of financial mistakes myself, so that I'm still learning from. I'm not a financial expert, right? But I just think that take care of yourself before you take care of other people. Because if you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of other people. And that's something that I did for a long time. I was taking care of everybody else but myself, and it did not go the way I wanted it to go. So I think that's the best thing. Take care of yourself, then you can take care of other people.
Many young people in Liberia are yearning for quick success. What could be your message to them? They just want everything to be fast. I don't know whether you have noticed that.
Well, everybody wants for things to happen for them fast. Even me, I want things to happen for me fast. But then it don't happen the right way. It don't happen the right way, and then you go down a road that you don't want to go, and then you start thinking, oh, I should have changed this, or I shouldn't have listened to XYZ person, I shouldn't have listened to XY. So just do what you can do at a good pace. Don't rush yourself. Stay consistent, and things will happen.
So let me ask you this big question. If you lost everything today, how will you restart? Let's agree everything you have ever worked for is just lost in a split second. How are you restarting your life?
Hit the reset button. Go back to the drawing board. Look at what you did wrong. Come back.
Difficult decision.
And change the wrong things that you did. The ones that you were doing good. Add it to the new experience that you got. And keep going.
Someone says a difficult decision to restart.
It's hard to every restart is hard, bro. Relationship, business, anything in life where you stay long, you're doing long, and then you have to restart. It's very hard. But you can't kill yourself.
Right.
You can't kill yourself over that.
Right.
Life in itself, sometimes you hit rock bottom. You have to find a way to get up. You have to find a way. Anytime you have to find a way to get up. You have to always keep finding a way to get up. Don't give up. Keep finding a way. Every time you fall, find a way to get
Get
back
up.
up.
I love that. I love that. And the last question before we wrap up: what legacy do you want to leave in Liberia to be remembered for?
For me, right, I was a kid growing up, I didn't have anything. And what I meant today is God. God first, my dad. My dad did an amazing job. He left this country, he didn't abandon his family, he took care of his family, took us out of here. We were able to learn things for ourselves, able to do things for ourselves, and then able to come back home and pour the good things that we can pour into our communities. For me, I've always wanted to help people. You know, that's another thing that I was brought up with. My mother always told me, whenever you see a need and you can meet that need.
Right.
That's why I mentioned I want to open schools. I want to open medical centers so that I can help people. Now, I don't want profit. I just want to do it to help people.
Okay.
Because you notice in Liberia, you see a lot of kids in the street, between them cars, selling. And if you go and ask them, oh, my mom get money to send me to school. My mom don't have money to send me to school. My father get money to send me to school. So if with God willing, once we establish, we want to take those kids, put them in school where they will learn, they will have free meals when they come to school, they will have free medical when they're part of the school, you know, and medical centers where we have our elderly people that they can't afford to go, or we have children that have sicknesses that their parents can't afford to something. If we can't do it in Liberia, we want to find a way where we'll be able to get money to send them out of the country. Those are the kind of things that I want to be remembered for.
Okay.
You know, giving back to my community. You know, giving back, sending people, doing scholarship for children or people, sending people vocational schools, all those kind of things.
Finally, man, just before we go, I want you to respond to the most recent decision from the Minister of Youth and Sports in regards to the National County Sports Meet, ruling of first and second division player from the tournament. You follow sports, you follow football. What does that mean for the National County Meet? A lot of people saying that means the county meet will lose attraction because the first and second division players are not into the tournament. What do you think? They are a big lover of soccer.
First of all, when county meet started, there were no first and second division players allowed to play.
Okay.
The purpose of the county meet was to raise grassroots players, you know, to define grassroots players. So I think that's a good decision,
okay,
by the minister there to say that the first and second division players should stay aside and let them third division players and non-league players play in the county league. People want to come support the county. They don't care who's playing.
You think so?
They don't care who's playing. Everybody want to come support their counties. The county meet is one of the biggest sports festivals we have in Liberia. Nobody care who playing or who play. People go excited when they say, "Oh, we signed this first division player." But when most of the time they come on the field, they're not even looking at first division players. They're looking at the county.
Right.
They're looking at the county. So once the county meet time come, you'll see. What a first division, no first division, the county meet will always be the county.
We'll still get the excitement.
We'll still get the excitement.
Well, folks, we got to go. We got to call a day today on Celebrity Corner live on Elton TV. Also streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. We'll be back with another interesting episode. My name is Don Weezy, and thanks so very much for watching. Where influence meets inspiration, where talent tells a story. Welcome to Celebrity Corner, the shows that brings you face to face with entertainers, fashion designers, and business executives shaping the culture.
Celebrity Corner. Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner.
Celebrity Corner is on.
Yeah, boy, this name is Valentine. Celebrity Corner.
Real stories, real success, real impact. Join us every Friday, 7:30 p.m. only on LN TV with your host, DJ Weezy the Boss. See.